far-left extremist Michael Moore has pledged to get away to Canada as a political displaced person if Trump supporters keep on mocking him on the web. Moore, who blames President Trump for being a geopolitical risk in his new motion picture Fahrenheit 11/9, says he completely hopes to be abused for the disputable feelings communicated in the film. TVNews.ca reports, Trump completely abhors vote-based system, and he has confidence in the dictator, in the tyrant, Moore said in an ongoing meeting at the Toronto International Film Festival, where the film debuted not long ago. I need us to survive this, yet I can't make any assurance that that is what will occur. We're in an awful place. We're on the slope of some horrendous stuff. An otherworldly spin-off of Moore's film industry-busting 2004 narrative Fahrenheit 9/11. Fahrenheit 11/9 is part political post-mortem, part suggestion to take action. It offers Moore's understanding of the powers that prompted Trump's race in 2016, and advances terrible forecasts about where his administration may be going. In doing as such, Moore returns to hits from his artistic index of American societal ills and conclusions new ones, burning through issues extending from the February school shooting that murdered 17 individuals in Parkland, Florida, to the water emergency in the place where he grew up of Flint, Michigan. From Moore's perspective, there's a lot of fault to go around for the present situation. He contends that distant political pioneers in both major U.S. parties, a sentimentalist squeeze core, degenerate battle patrons and first-class performers, including himself, empowered Trump's rising, which he accepts could prompt America's destruction. The film falters between hopefulness about what Moore sees as a developing populist uprising driven by youngsters, ladies and minorities, and prophetically calamitous expectations of a tyrant takeover of the U.S. government removed straight from the history books. In a succession ready to welcome contention, Moore draws unequivocal parallels between Trump's political direction and Hitler's ascent to control in the mid-1930s, at one point naming Sound of Trump over a recorded film of a Nazi rally. Moore demands that the threats of the current political atmosphere call for such a doomsayer tone. This is a motion picture that takes Trump's cover off, and uncovered what he's truly up to, and what's extremely going ahead here, and you may not see it, since you frequently don't see it until it's past the point of no return, said Moore. I'm trusting we're in that minute before the minute it's past the point of no return, and you can't get back what you had. In the event that that minute has in reality gone, for him in any event, Moore said he'll be searching northward for shelter. Among his certifications for citizenship, Moore gloats about his granddad's Ontario roots, and also his commitment to the Canadian-made BlackBerry. All things considered, Moore trusts that Trump's impact, to a restricted degree, has leaked over the fringe. He communicated frustration about the June race of Ontario Premier Doug Ford, whose blazing brand of populism supporting the little person and railing against alleged elites has attracted correlations with Trump. Unmistakably, anybody can get bulldozed by it. Indeed, even Canadians can get played, said Moore. In any case, look, Doug Ford would need to go far to coordinate Trump. This appraisal is predictable with Moore's more extensive view that Canada's issues scarcely enlist in respect to the 5 alert flames he sees the U.S. as looking on a few fronts. Canada has a considerable measure of issues. You needn't bother with an American to come here and disclose to you what your issues are, said Moore. Yet, you shouldn't think for a second that you're any place close what we need to deal with and rectify. In Moore's movies, Canada is frequently touted as a future good example for the U.S. The movie producer regularly depends on stories to help his grandiose perspectives of the country's medicinal services framework and firearm control approaches, incorporating a well-known scene in 2002's Playing for Columbine in which he declares that the nation is so protected, individuals don't try to bolt their entryways. In any case, if Moore's idealistic depiction appears to be expelled from Canadian reality, Moore rejects this line of feedback as symptomatic of what he sees as Canada's national complex: we're simply too hard on ourselves. When you hear compliments towards yourselves, it makes you anxious. I understand that, he said. There is an unfortunate measure of self-hatred that goes ahead in Canada that is truly a bit much.